Okay. Welcome back to the Sim and K Way. It's Sim, and for today's video I have a very special guest, my brother Justin. As I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about the main differences in HBCUs and PWIs. Before I get started, I just want to give a little disclaimer. These are obviously just our opinions and our experiences. I'm not saying that every HBCU is the same, nor is every PWI, but we're giving you our perspectives. So let's get into the video. Okay, so I just have a list of different topics that we're gonna go through, and I'm gonna say, you know, how it is at my HBCU, which is, well, I'll just wait. If you don't know by now, I feel like it's a sad case, but we're gonna go through and say our schools, but each question we're gonna answer based on the experience at our university. And I just want to say first and foremost that if you are an African-American black student and you go to any university, then props to you. A lot of people do that whole HBCU versus PWI debate. If you don't go to this type of institution, then you're inferior. That's not the case here. I am supportive of any black person choosing to get an education. So
going to college is the real dub.
Exactly. At the end of the day, a degree is a degree, and I'm proud of you for going to do that. Okay. So, Justin, I'm gonna let him kind of introduce himself and say what university that you go to.
I'm Justin. I'm 18. I go to Michigan State. I'm going into my sophomore year.
Yeah. And if you don't know, for whatever reason, I go to Howard University. I'll be going into my junior year in the fall, and yeah, I feel like I pretty much said a lot of that stuff already in those other videos. So the first question is, why did you choose your institution? Do you hear if I go first or you go first?
It don't matter to me.
Okay, so I chose Howard because I just wanted to go somewhere where I felt like I wanted to go somewhere out of state. For one, I didn't want to stay in Michigan, and secondly, that was just the place I wanted to be at. I love the atmosphere. I just love that it was just a place for black people to thrive, and the I don't know, it just really screams excellence to me, and I felt like there was really no other place that I wanted to be at. I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos, did tons of research, and I was like, this is really where I need to go. Oh, and the communications, they had a specific major that no other school had. Like, my major is legal communications. That's extremely specific, but it's like the perfect blend of law and communications in general. So that was also a big thing for me.
Well, I originally wanted to go out of state, but it was kind of expensive. So especially with my scholarship only applied to in-state schools. So Michigan State was my #1 choice out of all the schools in state, but I still kind of want to go out of state, but I just decided to save the money. And I also chose Michigan State for the program because my major is computer science, and I want to go into game development, so they have a really good minor program for game development, so I chose Michigan State.
So the next topic is dorm life, and I'm talking about how many dorms we have on campus, each of our respective campuses, and maybe like the styles of dorms. Are they old? Are they new? Whole bunch of singles, doubles. You have quads. Like, I don't even know if you guys have that option.
We do have quads.
So you go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So Michigan State has, I don't even know how many dorms. It's more than I can count on both hands. It's at least like it's a ton. It's so many, but they're all old. Like, the newest ones are like, if you stay in Brody, old one is pretty new. Shaw. So like middle of campus, which is kind of like River Trail or whatever. So River Trail and Brody have the newest dorms. All the other dorms are old. Almost all of them are small. Like, they kind of buzz, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I stay in the South, so my dorm was extremely small. Like, you've been in my dorm. Like, it was no breathing room.
It's really not bigger than my room. If you're talking about just the room area, not the bathroom.
Oh yeah, it's like
it's not even as spacious. Like, if you were to take my bed out and put your dorm, like your bed here and your bed there,
it's the same size. Yeah, it's like a regular room in the house, like a standard room in a house.
But at Howard, We have like a blend of old and new dorms. The campus is not that big, so it's not like we have more dorms than you can count on both of my hands. Like, that's only at his school. We have South, College Hall South, College Hall North. Those are the newest dorms, and then East and West Towers are new, but I'm pretty sure the College Hall duo is newer than West and East Towers. We have Cook Hall for boys generally, freshman boys, Drew Hall for boys as well, freshmen, and then College Hall North is for freshman girls. And then Bethune Annex in the past I heard was upperclassmen and it was co-ed. But my freshman year, it was all girls and it was all freshmen. And then my sophomore year, it was co-ed and it had a little bit of upperclassmen, but still majority freshman dorm. I don't know what they're doing this fall. Oh, and then the quad. So the quad is an older dorm, but it was renovated, and that is for girls who are freshmen. And inside of that, it has 5 different halls. And we have a range from 4 people can, like in towers, it can be up to like, it's 2 separate rooms and there's like a double in each room. So like 2 beds. So that's 4. I'm glad I can do math. I think anybody could, anybody couldn't figure that out. But in places like South, the most that you'll get, I hope they haven't done triples in South, but South is usually a single or a double. However many beds Howard wants to stuff in your room, unfortunately, is how things will be set up, because CHN is not built for more than 2 people. But my freshman year, it was definitely a bunk bed and a single bed, and that was
tight.
That was yeah, it was a stretch. Like, come on, they really stretched it, but they will do that. They will.
I forgot to say that part of Michigan State. So State has quads and doubles, and then you can get a single if you like request it, but that's extra money or whatever. You share a bathroom with 2 more people. So that's how it is on most of the campus.
Okay, so the next question is, what's the culture of the campus? So what is like day-to-day life on campus at your university? So usually it's pretty, people like to come outside. Sorry for the lawnmower in the back. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But people like to come outside and give a look. It doesn't really matter what day it is. It could be absolutely nothing going on. But it's most likely that people will be giving maybe a light look, maybe a soft pop out. Nothing too crazy when it's not like an event. But like, I'm pretty sure at your school, a lot of PWIs, now I'm not trying to come for you. Sweatpants is the regular. Like, I know my best friend goes to his school.
It depends.
And she, you know, she says she'll roll out, take a shower, throw on some leggings, sweatpants, and that's just kind of generally how it goes. And that's cool. Like, I'll do that at Howard too. I'm not stressed about popping out, whatever. But I do consider looking cute more often than I feel like I should. And that's just kind of the culture at Howard. Day-to-day, people, if it's a nice day, it's usually sunny. I feel like there'll be, sometimes the food trucks will be out in the yard. People will be sitting, you know, outside of Blackburn on the little brick, I don't know what to call it, brick wall. People might be sitting on the benches. So it's usually a warm vibe. Like, you'll see people outside chilling, especially when it gets hotter. People will be, you know, living life. And people might be painting. People just really be chilling for real, but cute, always looking cute.
So State, with the whole clothes thing, I feel like it varies on person to person. Like, you are going to see a lot of sweatpants.
I'm saying the majority though. Like, what's really, if somebody didn't go to your school,
it's such a mix, bro. It's a mix. You're gonna see some people.
A lot of people.
Yeah, the campus is so big that everything is not just like all right or all left. Like, in terms of like just the culture of the campus, it's such a mix that it's gonna be a bunch of different stuff, a bunch of different opinions. But with clothes, I don't really want to like stereotype about like race or whatever, but that's kind of how it is. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we have a tier list of like who steps out the hardest, like on a consistent basis, on a random Wednesday.
A perspective from a black student, so go ahead.
Most of the blacks step out. Like, it's gonna be who steps out the most. The foreign exchange Asian students be stepping out on the tier. Like, that is ridiculous. Every day, it could be like a random Wednesday. It'll be raining. Then you got like the black step out, how black people step out. I mean, like tech fits, all types of stuff. Like, whatever you really want to wear. then like we were kind of at the bottom. Not even to be bold, but like they just kind of are. But you like, if you want to be honest, they're the most people who wear like the sweatpants, the pajamas. I feel you because like you just go into class or whatever. But
stepping out, I feel like even our step outs might be different because I know coming from
it's
Detroit,
a different type of step out.
Like amongst the black people, like you said, Nike Techs, to me that's not a step out. At Howard, they're going to like, and it doesn't even have to be designer, but they're dressing like people are putting together fits where I'm like, where are you going? Like not even like a Nike Tech. To me that's
not really what I mean.
Casual.
I see what you're saying,
but like even like what I would see here, like what people wear in Detroit and consider stepping out, to me is like, okay, that's cute, but it's just a different caliber. I feel like it's just a different level sometimes. So that's just something I've noticed coming from here to Howard, because people are coming from all over. I didn't even know what pop out culture was until I got to Howard. Like pop out, like how you said step out. Yeah, it's like step out.
We don't even say
it's like pop out. Are you gonna pop out? Pop out, pop out, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I see. These ladies dress little booties and heels to go to, look at my socks, just to go to class. Like,
yeah, it's a different type. If you're talking about like boots and heels and stuff, like, well, I mean,
and little skirts, and they have the fur with the back. Like,
where
are we going, ladies? Where are we going?
I mean, like in a streetwear perspective.
Yeah. Anyways, wow. Okay, so administrative effectiveness. So this is basically just like how your administration and student interaction goes. And Justin, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go. So administration, it's decent for sure. Like when I say decent, I mean good. Like I just say decent, but it's good because they address things quickly. Like if something happens, they'll address it within like 1 or 2 days. But the problem with that is they don't always address things super effective. Like especially in the situations with black students, because we have had a couple of racial incidents in this year alone, and they'll address it, but it's never any serious action. Like it's always like, oh, we know what happened, we're investigating who did it. Sometimes they don't know who did it, but we'll never get an update like, okay, this person is expelled, this person off campus, like this person is that, or this is what we're gonna do. They'll address it, talking about, oh, we accept diversity, which is like, yeah, they kind of have to say that, because if you don't, people are gonna turn up. But so they're swift, but they're not always the most effective. Like it's not gonna hold a lot of weight all the time.
Howard, sometimes we'll be waiting on Howard. They will send emails, and when they send emails, I feel like they're pretty detailed. Like for example, the update with all this COVID-19 stuff, they were sending us in the beginning when we first came home, they were sending us a lot of emails that were like pretty informative and very consistent. But there will be times where they'll take their sweet time, okay, and they'll respond, but it might not always be what you want to hear. And HBCUs in general, my review, like I've heard a lot of things that just like the staff, the attitudes, the effectiveness, like it's effective, but it's slow. Like it's just like, did you really care? I don't think so. So next is the food. We're talking about cafeterias, and not just on-campus options, but off-campus options. I know, I'll just go ahead and start. At Howard, we only have 2 cafes, and the 2 cafes are in Blackburn. One is in Blackburn, and the other is not Bethune Annex. It's just, it's just Annex, and it's right outside of Annex, the dorm, and it's between Annex and CHN. I hate Annex Caf. It's nasty. I just prefer to go to Blackburn, even though from CHS and CHN, it's a hike. All the girl dorms are down the hill, so it's gonna be a little hike up the hill. However, I feel like if you want better quality food, something that you'll enjoy, then Blackburn. But I cannot say that like Annex doesn't sometimes come through with good food. The pasta bar in Annex is significantly better than in Blackburn. The stir fry line, I don't even think there's stir fry in Blackburn. So those are the 2 best options to me in Annex. And sometimes they surprise you and hit you with something that's good. I do feel like that food is better than what you guys might have. Just more flavorful. It has to be more flavorful. But as far as off-campus options, Howard is in a food desert. When I tell you there is McDonald's, Subway, Negril, that closes really early.
Negril.
and it's like a Jamaican restaurant. And what other popular chain? Oh, we have a Potbelly.
That little Chipotle.
And Chipotle that I eat the mess out of, especially freshman year. Oh my God, Chipotle. So yeah, it's definitely not cute for us. We don't have anything. We don't have anything near the campus area. You have to go fully off campus to get like nice, healthy food options.
All right, so Michigan State food, we have a lot of cast. We have a lot of cast. We have so many dorms, so much living area, campus is huge. So we have all your standard cast, but the times vary because some are only open like in the morning and for late night, and late night covers like, I want to say 8:30, like 11:45. Some casts do all day, or like breakfast to late night, and some casts just do breakfast to dinner. All the food is kind of like, it's close to like hospital food. And when I say hospital food, I mean like good hospital food, but they don't have the same stuff. Like, I mean like, if hospital food could be good, think about it like this.
Okay.
If hospital food could be good, that's Michigan State. Like, it's like, okay, it don't taste bad, but you're gonna have your standard little grill bar, like your little grill section, which is gonna be your burgers, blah blah blah. You got your little sandwich station, you got your salad bar. You might have an Italian, or like you're gonna have some type of cultural station. So there's one in like
culture? European culture. You're
I'm
gonna
not
get some ethnic. You get.
I do mean options. Like we might not be going crazy. Like I know y'all be eating Jamaican food and all types of stuff. No, we're not getting there. But you gonna have some Tex-Mex. When I say that, I mean like nachos and tacos, because aren't really like Mexican. Nachos aren't real Mexican food, but that's why I say Tex-Mex. So you might have a place like that. You have a place called Pangea, so they do like a bunch of grain bowls and all that stuff. Pangea is decent. And then, but that depends on CAF too. Like your little ethnic station, you're not gonna have all of them. You're gonna have maybe 2 of those in that certain CAF, and they kind of switch up. And then you got 2 food courts. You got International Center and one in the Union. And the thing with the food courts is they have the best food. Like the International Center has like a Panda Express, a little Chipotle type spot, a Subway, and a Sparty's, which is like a convenience store. But the thing about that is you have to use Spartan cash or real money to eat there. For the Union, you can use your combo, which is like a thing that Michigan State gives you. You get like 1 combo a day. So you can get that from a convenience store or somewhere on campus. Like some Sparties have hot food or whatever. And then the Union also has late night though, which is like a cash swipe. So you can stay in there and eat as much as you want, but that's from 8 to 11:45. But the Union has the best food by far. It's like Union, and one CAF that has really good food is Landon.
Wow. Yeah, we forgot to mention Blackburn. Forgot to mention Punch Out, which is in Blackburn. That goes to that 10. That's close to one of the things he said. He gave so many options. I don't know what that's comparable to.
It's because we have a lot of space and a lot of people, so they have to have like enough to accommodate people, but not all the options.
But you didn't talk about the off-campus. I forgot. Tons of restaurants.
So Grand River has a bunch of restaurants, a bunch of bars, like chain and non-chain restaurants. They got like bookstores and stuff like that, and same thing with Michigan. So
they're eating good. Michigan State.
If you don't got no cheese, you're not eating good.
I mean, but still, you have that option, like to save your little duckings. Like, oh, I want to eat better. That's true. If
you got a job, you can eat decent.
Must be nice. So now let's get into the real juicy, goody stuff. Homecoming.
Oh man, y'all already smoked this.
We already know homecoming at HBCUs reign supreme to any PWI homecoming. You can argue with your mom, your sister, your cat, your dog.
Have.
Period.
Because we have access to like black culture. It's a black college, so y'all can just do. Y'all have the ability to do black culture stuff.
Yes, and then the alumni are just so great. And I'm gonna tell you, Howard homecoming I think reigns supreme to any homecoming in the history of the world. But I'm biased, obviously. But you can look it up and see just some of the people who come. Like not even just performers, but people who just roll through, because it's a great time. I think I've talked about homecoming in my past videos. Like it starts Monday It starts that Sunday with a nice call to chapel. If you would like to go to church, praise Jesus real quick before you turn up for the week, they let you do that. And then we have day of service.
Y'all really silly.
We have day of service and then all that jazz. I think day of service is how it ends that following Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. But then it's like small little events for like the alumni to come and participate in. But it really starts to kick off for us students as far like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday with like fashion show, step show, tailgate, yard fest, parties. It's just a great time. It's a great time.
Man, okay, so our homecoming, mind you, I've only been at Michigan State for 1 year. I'm going into my sophomore year. So this year, I've heard from a lot of upperclassmen that this year, homecoming kind of fell off. Like, it was better last year, but the weather was kind of trash. Like, it was kind of cold. It rained on, like, I think that Saturday, like, really bad. It rained that Friday night, so we didn't have the parade, like, or they postponed or something. I ain't go. But homecoming is not all week. Like, y'all, it's definitely like a Thursday through Sunday type ordeal. A lot of the black orgs host their own homecoming stuff, so that's one more of like what I was trying to go to and stuff like that. Like, that's the thing with Michigan State in general. A lot of the black orgs will host their own stuff along with school stuff. So it's gonna be your Divine Nine tailgates, all that stuff. And you kind of have your own like black stuff. The tailgate was fun. That was cool. Homecoming game was cool because I went to that. And then the parties, homecoming weekend, that was straight. I know what the parties I went to. I heard about some good ones. The ones I went to there were apartment parties, so they got shut down fast. It was raining. Like I said, the weather was kind of trash. So I feel like next year might be better. We never get performers. I've never heard anybody talk about a performer at Michigan State. Like, we'll get comedians or whatever.
That'll be good for the entire
campus. We cannot decide. Like, we don't have performers. We have a comedy show. Like, we don't have like musical performers. Like, we don't have no. Who did y'all have? Because y'all had some decent.
This year we had Sweetie, I think. We had Danny Lay.
We didn't get no Sweetie.
We had
we didn't get no Danny Lay.
I might be mixing my freshman and sophomore years.
Like, I ain't heard about none
my
of that.
freshman year we had Lil Baby and Gunna.
We are not nowhere close.
And then we had A Boogie with the Hoodie. I don't know.
Y'all have actually known people though. Like,
Drake came one year, of course. I think Jay-Z did a homecoming before.
You gotta be lying.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Like back maybe early 2000s.
I'm so sick. We have comedians. We'll have our little events. Of course, we have like our black org stuff. And then that's pretty much it. You got the game, you got your tailgates, you got your parties. Michigan State is a big party school.
But we also have just random people that stop by all the time. Like Snoop Dogg just pulled up one day. People like, Snoop Dogg's on the yard. Like, okay, like you always have to be like, Chris Brown. You just always have to be on your phone.
Bro.
Like, and it's Howard, not just the HBCU. It's Howard.
It's Howard.
People,
like, it's one of the big HBCUs.
People want to like be like, I was up at Howard, you know, like donating things like that. So tons of photo ops, really. So that's it for this video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about either of our experiences, then please leave them in the description box. Like I said, if you're black and you're getting an education, you're winning.
This is bad.
If you're in high school looking to, you know, decide where you want to go, if you're interested in HBCU, pick Howard.
I'm not gonna say that was state. If you're picking a PWI, I don't know why you would just automatically pick a PWI. Just like exclude HBCUs because you should. But if you pick one, make sure look at the numbers on diversity for sure. Please. Because there are worse campuses in state. Yes. State is not bad in terms of.
State has racial issues, but there are some campuses
that are way worse, like 2% of African American students.
And they treat them like trash.
Yeah, so state's a pretty decent one, in all honesty.
And don't let your high school, your elementary, your middle school, anybody tell you that HBCU students are not as smart, are not as driven.
That's cap.
Come on. Don't let them fool you just because you don't have that experience or just because you don't have that information. Because ignorance is real, okay? So like I said, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.
She wants to lean, she want the Gucci. I ride with some harness on me, I got the blue cheek. Pull up in a Jeep, I put it on 4.